Celebrations on the streets of New Delhi. People here are rejoicing over a High Court ruling legalising homosexual sex between consenting adults. The law will apply all over the country, but it can be appealed in the Supreme Court.
Top story, the Supreme Court has delivered a huge blow to the Indian gay community.
Undoubtedly, that this day is a black day as far as the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community is concerned.
We are not going to go inside the cupboard or inside the closet. We will fight. This is the start of our fight.
India's Supreme Court ruled today to reinstate a law making homosexual sex a prison-worthy offence. Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code was written over 150 years ago when India was still a British colony.
And Mr. Farooqi, I am a Hijra, who is known as Mukhannas, who is known as Sarai Khwaja. We have an important position in the Sufi culture. How you can say that we are totally not there?
In 2009, Section 377 was struck down by a high court as unconstitutional, but when the case finally made it to the Supreme Court today, Judge G.S. Singhvi decided the law was still valid.
They only said the Supreme Court verdict's implicit meaning. Hold on. The Supreme Court verdict's implicit meaning is very clear. Social acceptance is more important than legal acceptance. Social acceptance is more important than legal acceptance.
But it seems to have eluded their lordships that men don't have vaginas. And that therefore they have ipso facto created a special class of people who are going to be discriminated against, who are going to have to live their entire lives in celibacy without being able to make love with or to the person whom they love. Or if they do, they become criminals. Yes, in the words of the High Court judgment, they are unapprehended felons.
Gay as such is not the crime. Gay as such is not the crime, but having the sex which has been prescribed under 377, that's a crime. Whether it is being done by gay or even for the other homosexuals also.
So
homosexuality.
So let me just understand this. Your theory, your thesis, in other words, is that because sex should only be for procreation and for having children, and you can't have children with this. So if you don't have, and I've heard you saying this, Kamal, in other forums, if everyone was to do this, then very soon mankind would die out, right? Within 100 years.
Which is not acceptable.
Well,
We have a history of sexuality. We didn't discriminate people on their sexuality. People like you spoil the Indian culture.
That is true.
People like you
that is true. Indian civilization was never homophobic.
The
question is...
we go on.
Heterosexuality don't have the monopoly over family values, you see, and we also see that in heterosexual families, it's not necessarily that the family values are preserved. What is family values after all? It's just commitment, it's just loving each other, it's sharing day-to-day things, and I see that happening all the time.
The ordinary person, the community has gone beyond the judgment. Today the community is not going to back into the closet. This fight will be won by the community. I can assure you that.